the shelling. I could basically see it from my balcony. There was like a valley that you can see the houses basically as the army is progressing, houses being burned.
Alen Omerbegovic was a teenager living in Bosnia when the Serbian military forced him and his family to leave their home with just the clothes on their backs.
They surrounded the place and they literally forced everybody out. There was nobody left.
Alen was separated from his family and he spent several months in 2 different concentration camps. He was just 17 years old.
The first one was literally like a hell. They basically, they killed people. I survived. I wasn't killed. I know there were kids that are much younger than me that end up in a mass graves. And my family didn't know anything about me for 3 months. They had no idea if I'm alive or dead.
Eventually freed, Alen was reunited with his family, but he decided to start a new life in America, leaving his immediate family behind. His journey brought him into contact with an organization called Acentria Care Alliance. As a refugee, Acentria placed Alen in New Hampshire.
When I learned that I'm going to New Hampshire, I'm like, where is New Hampshire?
Alen was placed in Laconia. Eventually, he realized as more and more refugees were arriving in the state, there had to be a way to bridge the language barrier. So he teamed up with Acentria, and the Language Bank was created back in 2001.
We provide interpretation and translation services to anybody, any business, any organization that has a need for the service. So we provide interpreters to hospitals, clinics, courts, social service agencies, school districts.
Headquartered in Manchester, Alen leads training sessions for people wishing to be interpreters.
Why clinics, hospitals, courts, social service agencies, why they hire interpreters?
You soon realize it is more than just translating words. The training is intense. Alen demonstrates there is a heavy emphasis on teaching the interpreters general anatomy and medical terminology.
When you go to a doctor and you talk about liver or a cancer of liver or a lung cancer or any disease. So it's really important for people to understand that.
The interpreters also offer a lifeline to those in need, emotional support, and bridging a cultural gap.
You print out the V-forms that I wanted for my tomorrow's appointments.
Nejma Abdul Kadir came to New Hampshire and the Language Bank from Somalia. She escaped the bloody civil war that has left more than 500,000 people dead. Among them, her father, killed by a rebel group.
We left in 1993 after my father was killed. They came to our home and killed him. My mom took us to Kenya, and from Kenya we came here.
She joined the Language Bank after her experience with the birth of her second child.
I wanted to join the interpretation services and be an interpreter because when I had my second daughter, I had a male interpreter, and I didn't have a female interpreter, and I didn't even know how to say I want a female interpreter, and it was so uncomfortable.
Eventually, Nejma found herself paying it back. The Language Bank placed her with a refugee who was also giving birth to a child, and Nejma wanted to be there for her.
The lady asked me if I wanted to stay, and I was like, yes. So I stayed there for the labor, the whole delivery. I think it was about 8 hours. I left the hospital 9 at night after the baby was born. It was just so beautiful. I never seen anything like it before.
Dr. Rory Richardson of the Concord Family Health Center says the Language Bank has been invaluable to his staff as well as the patients.
It's very overwhelming. Even when they try to go to the pharmacy, for instance, and get a bottle of medicine, it's in a language they don't speak. So the Language Bank really fills that role of not just interpreting the words, but trying to help the patient understand what is going on through the visit, why we're doing certain things, and even at the end of the visit, taking them down to the lab or bringing them over to X-ray. If you could also write the name of the medicine and the reason why in Nepali, so that way they would understand why they're taking that medicine.
Bim Rai is from Bhutan in South Asia and left there for Nepal, eventually settling in Concord as a refugee, using the spoken word as well as sign language to help people who suffer from hearing loss and cannot understand English.
The difficulty here as an interpreter is that when we need to speak with the people with the hearing loss, because they don't understand even if we speak. With Nepalese, they have different Nepalese Sign Language and American Sign Language, so that's very difficult when you use the sign language.
Interpreters of the language bank, knowing the isolation and confusion of coming to a new country. Not knowing the words or customs can be frightening. Now it's their turn to give back.
It feels good to know when patients actually request you specifically. That means you're doing something right. And I like to do things right because you treat others the way you want to be treated. It's that simple.
For Alan, America gave him a family and a new chance.
I came here as a refugee. I got married, and you know, my wife is from Bosnia. She came here as an au pair. That's how we met, and we got married in Las Vegas. Why not have an American dream, right?
Helping fellow refugees achieve their own dreams.